Hello and welcome to the Otaku Network podcast. My name is Steve.
And I'm David.
And we are into week 7 of the 2025 summer season. In episode 7 of the Summer Hikaru Died, we picked up exactly where episode 6 left off, where Yoshiki has come to pick up Hikaru for school after their complicated interaction in the night of the sleepover, where Yoshiki doesn't know if Hikaru actually understands or cares about the difference between life and death. It is the day of the school choral performance, and Yoshiki suggests that the two of them just play hooky. So instead of joining the rest of their class and singing the song they have been terribly preparing for, they go see a movie and enjoy themselves in the city. At the end of the day's excitement, they end up back at Yoshiki's house, and Yoshiki calls his mom and pretty much says goodbye, and then proceeds to shove a chef's knife into Hikaru's chest. And then when Hikaru does not die, he starts to break down, realizing that everything's kind of fucked. They have a little bit of a heart-to-heart, and Hikaru kind of makes a pact with Yoshiki. As a sign of goodwill, he breaks a part of himself off and gives it to Yoshiki. It's kind of like a symbol of his efforts to try to understand being human a little bit more. I don't know. It kind of almost seemed like a promise ring of sorts to Yoshiki.
Yeah.
Just out of desperation for rebuilding the relationship that they've had this short amount of time. And that's pretty much the entire episode. Definitely the tone of the entire episode was Yoshiki did not plan on surviving the day. It was kind of a profound episode, I feel.
It was.
Given that we now seem to have moved into this new territory in their relationship. One of probably a stronger understanding between the two of them, or maybe more a stronger level of acceptance for the situation between the two of them. But there appeared to be tinges of darkness within this reforging camaraderie between them. There was a segment after the exchange of body part where we were getting flashes of various familiar scenes throughout their town, splattered in copious amounts of blood. So I don't know. Maybe this is the point at which the two main characters shift into the realm of natural-born killers.
Potentially.
I don't see it, but I don't know. It was an interesting episode.
Yoshiki needs some serious mental health.
Yeah, no, he's never going to get it either.
I know he's never going to get it, but Jesus Christ, he is screaming, I need to see a therapist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just watching his mental health deteriorate.
Especially within this episode itself.
Yup.
And you could tell right away. And it reminded me a lot of the opening segment of The Silent Voice, where the main character from that one is preparing to kill himself to make up for all of his past deeds.
Mm-hmm. I was like, this screams suicide.
Oh, yeah. But in this case,
attempted murder.
Closer to like suicide by cop, I would imagine.
Yeah, suicide by ghost.
Because he was confirming a suspicion that he couldn't hurt the thing that is Hikaru.
Yeah. And
so he fully suspected that it would just lash out at him.
But didn't.
Suicide by yokai.
But it didn't. So no. He's now further entwined with this thing.
Yeah, he's stuck now. He's fucked.
He's just like, fuck, and thought that was going to work.
So I like how every time we've seen the class rehearsing for their this choral event, it's been very discordant. And during their actual performance, where both Yoshiki and Hikaru were not present, it was perhaps the winningest performance of the day in how it was presented. So I'm wondering if that's kind of representing this unseen and unrecognized disharmony with the presence of Hikaru as this other thing within the group.
Maybe.
Or maybe I'm reading too much into it, and I've wondered this the entire time. Why have we been focusing on this choral thing? And then now they have this performance, and there is a noticeable difference. And
I love how he used the choral performance as the jangly keys to distract him so he could pull the knife and stab him.
Because somebody had sent him
he was using
thing of it on his phone.
He was using the recording as look at the keys.
Yeah.
Keys.
So he could then plunge the the chef's knife into his chest.
Look at the flowers. Yeah, this was more of a psychological one.
Yeah.
Fucked with my mental state.
I liked it. It was good. And the whole ripples in reality at the end as they're staring each other down in his bedroom.
I'm excited to see what happens with the next episode.
I am as well. But we'll have to wait till next week for that one.
Yeah, you're right. This week on episode 6 of Sakamoto Days, there's just one big plot point that takes pretty much the whole episode, and it is they're enrolling Shin in the JCC to try to figure out what the fuck's going on. They need to gather information from the JCC because supposedly Slur was dead, and that obviously didn't happen. So the place that he supposedly died, the JCC, Sakamoto has decided to enroll Shin into this program. Not without Aoi thinking that Sakamoto was going to try and enroll Hana into this, to which Sakamoto almost lost
his life.
Lost his life, yeah. Which unfortunately we don't get a lot of Lou this episode. They board the plane where Sakamoto gets bullied by a 6-time failure.
What was the name of the plane? Kill Air?
Yes, Kill Air. Sakamoto gets bullied by a 6-time test failure for eating before their big test, much to which he eats and then throws Sakamoto's food, and Sakamoto gets very sad. Which, the interaction between him and Shin is like, should I kill him for you? And Sakamoto's just like, it won't bring back my spaghetti.
True words. That's a man of sound reasoning.
I do also like that they referenced the good soup meme.
Wait, the good soup meme. Wait, I don't think I know that meme.
So while he was drinking the ramen cup,
yeah,
it said good soup. At least in English, he said good soup. So I was like, pop culture reference. Good job.
May have happened too, but I didn't pick up on it because I didn't recognize it.
There was at least a pop culture reference.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then all hell breaks loose when the stewardess says your test is to find these academy instructors
that are hidden among
you. You need to steal some bullets for them with JCC inscribed on it to be able to proceed to the next test. We'll be deploying your air masks. Oh, surprise, they're fucking weapons. And all hell breaks loose on the plane.
They essentially battle royaled the plane.
I liked the two kids going like, hey, plane.
Yeah,
while everybody's
as
fucking
all
dying
hell
on
is
board.
breaking loose and there's murder everywhere and their two kids are like, hey, look, it's a plane.
In this, they meet a young lady who is attempting to also become part of the JAA. I don't know if I ever caught her name.
I don't think they said her name.
They didn't. She kind of sort of helps Sakamoto. Not really. But she compliments him and also accidentally calls him fat. To which he gives her a bullet as like a, hey, thanks. And we also meet this kid who is a germaphobe.
A sociopath.
A sociopathic germaphobe.
He's 14, right?
Yeah,
or
he's
13?
14.
Yeah.
To which he calls Shin ancient for being 21, which, fuck, if Shin is ancient, I don't know want to know what I am. That portion of the episode wraps up. We get a roll credits, and we get a post-credit scene where the hitman was being sent off before he, did the I'm gonna yank my tie and blow myself up shit last episode. And it's just kind of a fever dreamy, kind of like seeing your kid off to school type thing. Did you get that vibe too? Where
Yeah.
like Slur and Deerhead guy are kind of like the mom and dad.
Yeah.
And then Gaku is just the older brother that's like, man, fuck my brother. You get to do all the cool shit. I'm just gonna pout. And yeah, that's where the episode ended.
Yeah, they did some digging into Old Man Samurai guy,
Yeah.
and we're kind of talking about how he's this ghost
Ghost
or
in
a
the
legend
shell.
or something. Maybe a manifestation of all the murderous rage within the country.
The murder yokai of Japan.
Yeah. We have not confirmed if he's alive yet or yet not.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure he is, though. Honestly.
Probably. There's no way they're just gonna yoink off a cool character like that with an explosion.
Okay. What do you think I thought of this episode?
I thought you hated it.
I hated it. Fucking hated it. Oh my God. I enjoyed it. Was really nice.
Because you sent me the fucking meme. Oh God, they're going to school.
It was really nice seeing Sakamoto do some, just some actual combat.
Yeah.
That was enjoyable. We are combining a training and a tournament arc in one go.
I mean, at least Sakamoto's not the one going to school.
No, he is too. Did you not catch
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
part?
true.
He's enrolling as well, in disguise. Because the JAA
it's
just
fat.
doesn't have this amazing record-keeping abilities. My God.
Look, they just got super attacked.
Look, I can't...
You can and you will.
I don't
forgive.
think I can suspend my belief far enough for this to fucking work.
Realistically, it probably won't.
I hope not. I don't want this to go very long.
You know this show. They'll be like, hey, here's a trope that we're going to do. Haha, just kidding. It didn't work.
Yeah, that's fair.
Last season, you were worried about a trope. And then it was just like, haha.
So it's been 2 episodes so far that I've groaned and not enjoyed myself.
Shin is none too convinced that this is going to work. And,
I mean, that's fair. That's his character.
and whenever Shin is convinced something doesn't work, it usually doesn't work.
Oh, you know what? I've not picked up on that trait.
There's like 3 levels of Shin. There's he goes along with it and everything works out just fine. There's he's worried about it. He gets hurt and mildly abused, but it still works out in the end.
Yeah.
Or he'll be like, this will never fucking work. And boom. It doesn't work to the way they think it's going to, and the trope is circumvented.
I think I'm on board with that being the case in this scenario. I could see that
Because
happening.
every time Shin has had one of those 3 things, I don't think I can recall a thing where it didn't work out like that. Because he was very apprehensive about going to the museum. Didn't work out like the way they wanted it to, but it still worked out in the end.
Yep.
He was nervous about being out at the pet store.
Yes.
Got attacked,
You mean the
beat up.
general store?
Yeah. Got attacked, beat up, but still won.
Yeah.
It was his idea to do when he was blinded, use the rabbit thing. Worked
Mhm.
out perfectly.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Shin is a clairvoyant and now a sightseer is kind of how we can predict what's going to happen.
He's the forecasting model.
Yeah, he's a foreshadow.
Okay.
Because
All right,
that's-
I'll go with that.
Because that's his character. He can see the future. He should be able
True.
to foreshadow.
He is a plot indicator.
I don't think this plan's going to work out. It's not going to work out the way they plan. They're going to have to do some silly shit. They might be in the school for a tiny bit, but
Maybe like 2 more episodes.
not even.
I mean, they haven't even gotten there yet.
I think mid next episode, the plan will fail.
I will hold my judgment until further examination.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Well,
What?
It is what it is.
This is a prediction based off of previous context.
I like it. I've not thought about it that way, and I appreciate that analysis.
Shin is against this idea.
Oh, yeah, 100%. He's like, this is never going to fucking work, and I don't want to go there to begin with. Because he avoided it in the first place.
Yep. It's just like the museum. He wanted to avoid it, and
So they were talking about how, they did the whole, introduction, deeper dive into the school system. What was it like? Only 10% of the applicants survive? Just remember that Heisuke survived.
oh no.
Heisuke is a graduate of the JCC.
And he's an idiot.
He has this luck superpower to him, though.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what goes along with his sniper ability is just he's
Yes.
lucky.
Yes. 100 full.
But not lucky enough to make money
I don't.
or be employed gainfully.
I think that's more due to just his personality, where
Maybe.
he is just kind of. He's not going to work hard for something.
Yeah. Besides, he's got Peace K. He's happy.
He doesn't. Yeah.
And Sakamoto and his family feed him, so he doesn't need a job.
Exactly. He doesn't need to do shit now. He's set.
Yeah,
I wonder how long until we adopt the cat-looking girl, or how long until they turn murderous teenage angst lord into their favor.
I think they're gonna adopt both.
Maybe.
I wonder what Apart's doing.
So
Also, I love that they stitched Gaku's arm back on.
Dear boy.
Yeah, dear man.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did the same thing with Apart with Granny what's her face.
Maybe. How much you want to bet that the person that the girl looks up to and is her inspiration is Sakamoto?
Oh, probably a lot.
Why wouldn't it be? I mean, he was the best assassin, theoretically.
Watch, it'll be Nagumo.
I like Nagamo.
I like Nagumo too. He's funny. I like how Sakamoto noticed that Nagumo must have trashed his fucking shop.
Yes, because they
All
had
this stuff's so close to not or to not.
it's all
Yeah.
fresh.
Stuff's all fresh. What the hell?
Yeah, because then he thinks back to Nagamo talking about how the cleanup team fixed everything. He's like, you must have destroyed the place.
Holy shit, there was a lot in City this week. We start off with the duo of Matsuri and Echan basically trying to figure out how they can maximize the time they have left with each other.
Yeah, because
before
Echan is leaving at the end of summer.
Yes, before Echan goes to London at the end of summer. And they quickly decide we're going to spend every waking moment with each other.
And do everything they can to remember all of it.
Yep. And so they start trying to think differently from each other because they're trying to maximize the friendship they have left. I feel like they're too young to kind of like think about the long distance friendship that they could have. And so they're kind of in the idea that like, once you're gone, you're gone.
I think the power of their relationship is just the randomness of being together.
Yes.
Which you can't replicate
Over, yeah. And so they're trying to maximize that so that their friendship ends on a good note.
Yeah.
The soccer team plays baseball and hits a home run at Mock Jesus, which comes flying at Wako, to which the chef from the closed down shop that Mr. Makabe liked with the weird meat pie thing.
The offal gratin.
Yeah. He catches this ball that just destroys his hand. It does the whole like, I'm still spitting in your hand and then settles in trope that anime does a lot.
Yeah, he saves Wako from taking that to the face.
To the hat. She was going to catch it in her hat. I think it would have blown through the hat. Which then leads to Mr. Makabe going back to a reopened restaurant with this awful, not awful as in bad, but offal as in organ meat, gratin. And he's like hopeful that he can keep this restaurant open this time. To which the waitress is like, there's been a terrible accident. The chef's hand was destroyed in a freak baseball accident. And this younger man is like, fuck this, I'm going home. I wanted fried rice, so fuck this. And Mr. Makabe is like, I can make you fried rice. To which they go on this whirlwind adventure of collecting, like it becomes a collect-a-thon.
Premium ingredients across the land.
Yeah, like he finds a leek that's like growing on a cliff in a billowing rainstorm, begs
like
for rice, begs for rice from this premium rice dealer, gets
free-range chicken egg.
Yeah, finds a wild chicken that gets laid at the perfect time, and then he cooks it all together as the rain clears off the cliff edge, and the young man eats the rice and goes, yeah, it's okay. To which this destroys Mr. Makabe's confidence. He revamps the menu, which he makes a lot of omo rice, and then as he's going to bed after having a great day, he bursts out crying going, I had no customers today.
Yeah, because all the omo rice he was making was for his staff.
Yeah, Nagumo, Matsuri, and Tatewaku all had the omuru rice. But no customers came in that day. Then we get this interesting side thing with this barber that thinks he's evil.
He likes to cut people.
Yeah, he likes to cut people. And by cutting people, he means cutting their hair. And then he's actually doing like a lot of good for the community, but he thinks it's evil.
Yeah,
like he built a library. He built a bridge.
He was offering people free haircuts if they're like just minor cuts.
Yeah.
And so everybody keeps coming to him for like little trims, but they feel bad about not paying for it. So they bring him things and he's reselling all of those for more money.
To which he then invests into the community. And he thinks he's evil for doing that.
As he's drinking tomato juice out of a trophy.
Yup. We get that interesting interaction with this barber. Then we get the Mont Blanc trio all messing with Nikura, who Wako just lives in Nikura's closet now.
Yeah. But there was
her dinosaur onesie was adorable.
But there was the thing where Midori tried to use being late to work. Tried to use Nikura's funeral as being late to work. And she was afraid that Nikura was upset with her about that.
Yeah. And so they're both like, Nikura, are you upset? And she's like, no. And then she's like, are they fucking with me? So then she tries to spin it around on them. And also her face when she rolled over was
But she was steaming, angry.
Yeah. To which then they all go to bed. And then we get probably the weirdest part of this episode. Where Nikura has like an orgasmic experience eating dried ramen.
As a midnight craving.
And then she goes to a restaurant.
A fucking 24-hour restaurant.
And then has not dried ramen.
And like dumplings.
Yeah. And then drives all the way home, brushes her teeth frantically, and then goes to bed. I'm like, girly pop. You need Jesus.
That whole segment with her eating the packet of dried ramen was so...
It was a little uncomfortable.
I got called out. I didn't go as far as fun dipping ramen.
Fair.
But you know, I've been known back in the day when I would have packets of Maruchan laying around. I've definitely munched on that uncooked, the dried noodles.
Oh, I also 100% did that.
Yeah.
But
she would like fun dipped that shit with the flavor packet.
What I would do is I would take a sandwich bag.
Mm-hmm. Oh, crush it up.
Yeah. Powder, olive oil, mix it up a bit, and if we had like veggies and stuff, chop it up, throw it in. Because you could make a like a dry ramen salad.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I would fuck that up.
All right.
Some sunflower seeds in there, or I would just pack it. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah. But no, she like opened up the packet and was eating it like it was a granola bar.
Yep. And the way she described it was sexual.
Because it was taboo.
Sexual. If you were not watching, it very much sounded like she was masturbating. Very much sounded like she was masturbating. And then we get this fever dream of a quiz show where they're doing it in the park. You win prizes based on getting the questions correct.
Yeah. It was Nagumo,
Tatawaku, and Adahara, and then the Quiz King. The Quiz King's an idiot.
100%.
So is Tatawaku, and so is Nagumo. But
I mean, we already knew that. That wasn't Nagumo.
We know that. We love her. She's a dumb queen. Adahara is killing it, but then they just start like pushing the button as fast as they can to try to answer.
Well, because the first couple of prizes that are won were significant winnings.
And then Nagumo finally gets a question right, and she wins 3 pill bugs. And then Tatawaku gets a question right, steals the bugs because that's the ability he got. And then Nagumo gets another question right. She gets the same steal and steals the bugs back. Yep. And she's just like, what the fuck is this game show? And that's where the episode finally ends.
Oh, it was so good.
Fever dream episode.
The whole journey to Flavor Town for the mediocre fried rice was so good. This is a food episode.
It was a food episode. But just rappelling down a cliff to get a leak. I was like, damn, buddy, my brother in Christ.
I don't know what more to say about it. It was
insanity.
It just delivered as expected. It was so good.
The show just keeps getting better.
Just the visualization of everything is so well done. That was a big thing in Nichijou too, is just the comedic timing of the movements and the presentation enhances the comedy.
It does.
To such a degree.
It does. It's a lot of fun. It's very entertaining.
Oh yeah.
And I'm happy that this finally came out.
I'm so glad it's being made.
We've been waiting a while for this.
Yeah.
It was announced a while ago.
I think last year. Now I'm worried that manga is not going to live up to the expectations that the anime has been setting.
I'll never know.
Well, I will once I start reading it, but
never know till you read it.
Yes, it's true. Hikaru was good. Very psychological, and it's the tension. The tension, I think, has come to it feels like it's coming to a head.
Yeah.
And then it has no choice but to release soon. And it's what that release is going to be that I think is the most compelling part. Because it could be anything at this point with how the story hasn't really set itself on a specific tone of expectation.
Yeah.
You know, and to your point, beyond the thing that is Hikaru, all the other yokai are just passing thoughts.
Yeah, one-dimensional.
But I wonder if that may change at some point.
They are all very one-dimensional beings.
Yeah.
Whereas Hikaru isn't.
No.
So.
But the show is such an analogy for adolescent stress and
yep.
and growing.
But we definitely have to see where it goes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's no way to really predict with this.
No, absolutely not.
Sakamoto continues to shonen like it's never shonen before. It wants to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Look, I'll give Sakamoto Days this, which I've given it before. At least it doesn't waste time.
Doesn't waste time.
Barrels through whatever it wants to do, which I respect.
The shonen is at least entertaining.
It still does not take itself seriously, which is a huge bonus.
It's not Dragon Ball Z shonen where you're just like,
oh my god, how long are they going to scream at each other? How many times is he going to get up after getting punched?
Kakarot.
And City is
a fever dream.
Delivering as expected, much to my enjoyment.
Hilarious fever dream, but a fever dream nonetheless.
Love it. We got anything else?
The animes continue to be some of the three best we've had this year.
Yeah.
Granted, we did have Orb at the beginning of this year.
Well, thanks for listening. And we're absolutely halfway point at this point. The series has been pretty good so far, even with my complaints regarding Sakamoto. But hey, at least it doesn't waste my time.
At least you don't absolutely hate it.
No, I don't absolutely hate it. Do not forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you know when episodes drop. We also have the Anime Plus series that comes out on Wednesdays where we are discussing Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. So don't forget to check that out as well. All right. Thanks for listening. Catch you guys next time.